year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything. It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Eminence Music.
Sin-stained robes, oh my guilty soul. Grace had washed me clean, brought me safe to shore. My body gave in and I felt insecure, blinded by guilt. Oh, the enemy drew me close, but mercy saved the day and reminded me of who I am, a child of the King. So I'm coming back to God, who sits on the throne. His grace I've come to seek. I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back to God, who sits on the throne. My praise I've come to give. I'm coming back, I'm coming back to God. Back to God. To fall at His feet cleansed and redeemed, to be saved by Him, to stand before Him, to say to Him, here I come, my King. Yeah.
I'm coming back to God,
Who sits on the throne, His grace have come to seek, yeah. So I'm coming back, I'm coming back, yeah. Who sits in the throne, my praise have come to give, Lord, for all that you have done. So I'm coming back, yeah. My arms wide open, my head lifted up, my heart bowing down, coming back to you. I'm coming back to you. I know you're waiting, I know you've been waiting, so I'm coming back. So I'm coming back. You left in 99 for me, yeah. So I'm leaving all behind. I'm coming back to
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Hello, Fambolena. Good morning. Welcome again to the Brunch Show. Brought to you courtesy of Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Me, your name, Lawrence Hedd. And I'll be your host for the show for today. Of course, you know, today Brunch Show, they can tune us every weekday from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And they also come for talk about all thing. And when we say all thing, we mean all thing. We need a joke code, it's all about all thing. It's all about even the thing that people then try not for talk about. Like for today, one of the top, well, we only topic for today really. Now, one of the things that we find out, say a lot of people in a salon hardly really they mention or hardly really they make a thing, and it's actually very serious and very important because it affects the women the way they make up actually over half of the population in a salon. So we they can rub much small but all them kind of things and they would cancel the topic, but not always. Before we go into that topic, they actually or make we just get the verse of the day and the quote of the week. Then from there we go like get the topic we will get for today. I will show now with small present we'll get for now, and all things will come up fine. So we verse of the day they come up from Proverbs 31:25, and it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future." She is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future. This is what we want for we woman then. We now make woman in a salon or now the world, we not for make any woman in a position in which they feel less of himself, where they feel weak, where they feel vulnerable, when they feel like I say get enough power for do what you want for do, where you need to for say able for dream and think about in your future and what he wants for say inside and well, that is one of the reasons that we they talk about with topic today because a lot of women then not able for experience within this scripture here, so just tell me. Well, like how would they go? So we want to also get the quote of the week, and the quote of the week they come up from Henry Miller, and it says, "True strength lies in submission, which permits one to dedicate his life through devotion to something beyond himself. It is very important for making we kind of this world, you not allow yourself for die go back, and the only way people they able to say about you, well, that man, it's right. He live a comfortable life. He be able to forget what he be want for himself. No, ensure that your life goes beyond you. Ensure that you see things beyond you. You know, Saloma will get that issue where with the Sudan tape, if problem they happen, pass it kind of with the mouth before we ready for do something. If you're not happy to we are very okay. That this quote for today they tell you say it's very important for me kind of that place where you for find strength for submit your life. For me, your life be a solution to something out there. But may your life be the contribution where you they give for actually make a serious impact on somebody else in life. For live for something way far greater than you. So, like how we they going into the conversation, I want for like use wisdom for present and this wonderful woman where we get in our studio. We get a wonderful guest, by the way, not to be one again inside the studio. We get a wonderful guest. He gets a lot of ambition. Of course, he go see her like I say quiet, but I know me take a meekness for weakness. Very brilliant, very sharp. She is a student. She is an upcoming barrister. Wants one day to be a judge. A woman of God within at the studio. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha Strong.
Mm. Samantha, strong. I like the kind out energy. So Samantha, we want to know something fun and exciting about
Yeah, I'm a child and youth advocate,
you. Okay.
and I'm attending the University of Sierra Leone, Fabric College, and I'm in my second year studying political science.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a friendly and simple type of person,
Mm.
and I'm very ambitious for change.
Ah, and I don't hear it for myself. I actually like the accent and all of
Thank
that. No,
you.
you know, when we started the studio, I never had that side of her. Finally, it just came out. That's wonderful. Anyway, so of course, we not can get person at the studio for nothing. If she's here, that means we have something very serious to talk about. And today, what do we want to talk about? Now, this. The topic for today says, is objectification of women a power move? Easiest way for translate that to crew. Women they make woman like a property. Now like a na power now they try for put over the woman. They try for make saying a man over the woman. It means say they try for like make dominance over the woman. And they mean well we can understand this whole topic. And if you talk about objectification of women, they talk about it being a power move, then you get to understand truly waiting objectification and all the other things and they and from where we go into Dande, we just therefore give, you know, we wonderful fun and bubbly personality now in studio today for me tell we what you think. What do you go say in your own perspective objectification and
Objectification, I think like it is treating someone as an object.
all that? Okay.
Like you they base her on in physical appearance rather than the person in feelings
Mm,
and emotions or thoughts.
okay. So basically and it's like you based on what you just say means say objectification and like women man they watch woman then don't do the scene now we send Bobby.
Yeah, like you are lost.
Yeah. And are they most man and they will now that's okay see. It's not issue. Some man when they see all they can see, they say, oh man of God, you have potential. You go feel say that better tea they talk.
God.
So one better tea. Anyway, so yeah, So it's to a very large extent now done in objectification. When you are talking about objectification, although you also get to talk about so many different things besides just seeing the person in body parts and all of that, and just seeing the person in physical state. It's well, it's easier to say objectification is simply dehumanizing a person, taking the person away from the man and making him a thing. You know the difference between a person and a thing? The difference between a person and a thing is the fact that a thing has no rights, but a person does. There's something called human rights, which means a man has liberty to freedom of speech. A man has liberty to his own opinions. Whatever a man chooses to think, feel, is his right to think and feel. You don't have right over that. Well, when you they objectify woman, it's you stripping her from the ability to feel, from the ability to think, from the ability to want. You tell you man say you don't you are not allowed to dream. You're not allowed to want something. You're not allowed to feel how you want to feel. I tell you what to feel. I tell you how to behave. I tell you what to want. Which means it's like a way you make cup. You don't ever notice the way people like you make things, then you give them the name, then all man they get your meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
The man go say, "Oh, I have made a teacup." Then you can as alone, you meet man they drink water, they would Kool-Aid, all kinds of things. But not teacup. It has been made for a specific purpose, but it has been given a new purpose. So man will say, okay, this na cornflakes bowl. But nowadays some man will go mix granite.
Yeah, exactly.
There's this guy that I know. His name is well, he's not like I know him, but he's dead. He's like a mentor to me. His name is Dr. Miles Monroe. He says where the purpose of the thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. It's natural for you to abuse something that you do not understand. And one of the most misunderstood being there, so we boy picking in a woman. We don't understand it. Fact.
Exactly. We're
And
complicated.
we never understand woman up until this moment, simply because we don't create now we own mind who that we want woman for be. And we force women to fit that mold for be waiting there that we might say woman supposed for be. That is what objectification is. When you try to tell the woman who she should be rather than allowing the woman to express who she wants to be. So you see, now all I'm saying deny objectification. And objectification is not just limited to women, by the way. It's something that has been happening for quite a while. From the days, in fact, now objectification make day like today, we get Salon. Why? Because Sierra Leone is actually a land that slaves came and settled in. What is objectification? Is taking away the rights of people. It's taking away somebody's freedom to want to be, to see, to desire, to hope, to think, to want to do. That was taken away. That was what made the people that came to settle in Sierra Leone slaves, because the ability of them wanting for themselves, aspiring, doing, that was already stripped from them. They came here as to come and watch a settlement place. They came here to settle and restart. So that's the way the Saloman or the people that who they call now Saloman, that's how they become a whipper. Now they can do woman. Now they can, but a lot of people are not able to understand that they say now. And where would they talk about from them perspective? Then they also important for me. You begin think about this other word we'll talk about just now. What we say the power move. So what's in a power move?
Power move is like taking a bold action that shows that you're in control of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like in what you go say, you go give as an example so that it go easy for people to understand, because taking a bold action so that people don't go see you in control. Like how in what way? How?
Like for example, like I go use me personally.
Okay.
Like na me body, na me right.
Okay.
So like I feel free for where witty I want for where like the bold action I take. I feel free for where witty I want for where, and I for feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, once that ability there for feel free for wear what you want for wear is taken away from you, that is objectification. A
Yeah.
power move now will be forcing you to not wear what you want to
That
wear. Like you go down say, I really love wearing jeans. Like for example, as I see you, I'm not saying as somebody who likes horses.
yeah.
Fine. I really love wearing jeans, and everybody in the world is saying, well, why not say everybody in the world? More just say somebody like, for example, you have a man or a boyfriend, and now because of him, he says, no matter how much you like jeans, from now on, no more jeans. It crap and they burn all your jeans there. They buy so the rest them for you. So tell you that you know the rest you they wear. That will be a power move because what he will be doing now is him taking the decision for you, even though you have expressed your views. Because to him, your views does not matter. You're not meant to have a voice. So you see, when you talk about objectification, when you talk about power move, it's like bringing out the point that men have chosen to tell women that you don't deserve to have a say on matters. In fact, that is why this whole uprising of what I can call 50-50,
Yeah.
some people like can call it feminism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feminism.
that's where it came from because
Yeah.
women felt that we don't have a say. We
Yeah.
don't have we don't have a say. Everything is just happening. And it's just so bad that the fact that there are a lot of capable women out there. In fact,
Potential.
yeah, we get one guest at the studio where even talk then there's there and he say he say some of the we know we say now we know say woman they don't do the between our class. Really guy talk and smile. And he wasn't ashamed to talk about it. But even at that, people are feeling comfortable with allowing these potentials to be at the backstage. And it's not about who that na man and who that na woman. It's
All
about
are the same.
humanity. So if we have the wrong people in the right places, it is humanity that suffers. It is not the women. So like these are the things that the reason that this will make when they talk about objectification, and we try to see if really men doing this is them exerting dominance or power over a woman. So with all of these things clearly said, it can kind of you mind for me on you say okay well like sometimes like for me you go say na me first send this for you the word power move and you na man and you sometimes they listen now and you not think you don't ever do something like that. Well, I also like bring out certain characteristics them where they make any any move where you make we fall into those characteristics will become a power move. One, uh, um, a power move is actually self-serving. It's it's very selfish. What I mean selfish, I mean it's you choosing to make a decision that you know definitely is not going to affect you alone and making that decision anyway without considering the other person's opinion. Like, for example, a power move will be a husband making a decision that will affect the family without talking to the wife. That is a power move. A power move will be me working in an office and I am in a department and in that department there are many females and because I know that the females are so many and I might be the only male, I choose to make a decision on behalf of the department that I know will suit me, even though I know it will not just affect me alone, it will also affect me. So that is what a power move is. A power move seeks only yourself. Another thing, a power move is intended to force a personality's agenda. When I say force, it means say you dey see say so this agenda so way you want or way you get it's not something that is comfortable to everybody. So besides the fact that you know say it is so not comfortable for the rest of the people because it is your personal agenda, you choose for say I'm still doing it, and there is nothing you can do about it. That's what makes it a power move. And another thing, another characteristics of a power move will be the fact that they mostly strip others from their own opinions or choices. So imagine, say, let's say we're together, and of course, let's say women they will get sweet smart. Oh, they come, we go see woman, the woman fine, and all of that, and we start telling you things like, I will give the world to you. Like, and there is no hill, no mountain I will not climb for you. There's no river, no ocean that will keep me away from you. All the wonderful talking. You don't do and you don't talk now, the man don't fall. You don't finally agree. It's okay.
Giving.
Me, I want to see this water way they pass for me. I want to see this mountain they claim for me. Then he finally allow you for kind of life. A mistake put her in a maridos. Then that river will be the pan claim that mountain will be the sea all just vanish. And then all of a sudden the woman now can't turn this property where you just to tell waiting for do.
Yes, object.
Yeah. And this is the thing. What makes a woman an object is mostly the fact that she is forced to be silent. I don't know. Uh, im- I believe you grow up in a home you with a father and a mother, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to decision making, does your mom have a say in the matter?
It's 50-50.
So it means they have a discussion
Yes.
and they come to an agreement before the decision is made in the family.
Yes.
That is what a family should be. That is what a man that understands his responsibility as a husband will do. But in men now that actually come from cultures that will prevent them from seeing this as the right way to go, because the actual cultures
Especially in
in
the
Sierra Leone,
province.
yeah, the actual cultures in Sierra Leone, especially in the provinces, where they force the man for feel say the woman, thank you. In fact, they make the men feel like they are supposed to be kings and the women are supposed to just serve them. Now, I make like yesterday, when we talk about a whole thing where they happen at a specific tribe in Salon, where then they then just get this culture in which the woman not supposed to work, no matter what you do, no matter what happen, the woman they're not supposed to work, and the man then for work, but the woman in work now for just dinner house ready always for sex. Yes, in your work now for that. And there's this other tribe now, which I don't like for call name, where they not believe say they man them for do specific things. Like for example, then it is actually shunned in the tribe, say the man for book in woman in pant, or the man for epna kitchen. It is culturally wrong and frowned at by their culture. Then the woman then now it is forced upon them that we can't to them can't say that the number for that. To the point that man go there, certain things they now the host they go wrong because the woman not there around. You get to sit down, you watch that thing they did like they say, not to me work now the woman I for do that. When we all know that a marriage is supposed to be a partnership. It's supposed to be an agreement. But the question is, what kind of a home will you want? Because you're a woman, and we're talking about objectification, and we're trying to come against that. It's wise also for you to come to a place where we say, okay, what do you want as a woman? What home would you rather be in?
I would want a 50-50.
A 50-50 home.
Yeah.
So what do you think say a man go need for possess for make for Canada place there? We go for give that 50-50 there. What you dey look for?
I don't understand.
What do you think say a man supposed to possess? Character traits. When a
Mhm.
man supposed to possess, what do you think they go get the ability for bring that 50-50 option into it?
Like a God-fearing man.
I got
Yeah.
no man for kid.
No, like, yeah, when you dey fear God, you go know say like a wife now, like a support.
I suppose system.
Yeah.
Okay. So with
Like a 50-50.
so with that means you don't come to the place where you don't accept say the issue don't the core issue will make man then they behave this way where they objectify woman. It's just the fact that they have not been able to come to the place where they reverence God.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're not God-fearing man, you go know say like woman, wait to make God create Eve. Now for let support Adam, yes, like a helper.
Mhm.
So woman I helper and some like the ideas then for be like you don't give decision, you for consult you weft back for like for confirm like confirmation stuff, yeah.
You know, a lot of people are not can see certain things like from that angle. Why some man will say, well, from religion, we don't say Bible don't say woman for
Woman
day
I help.
for land in silence, and authority has been given unto the man. That was one of the things that was that is in the book of Timothy.
Yeah.
And also some man can even one come to the place where they say, where God be the show we how things for be. He said that the man for be the head of the home.
Yeah, no, we don't
Then he
deny
also
the
tell
fact.
woman then for submit. No, I know
Yeah.
it's kind for say. I'm not trying to talk for the men.
Oh,
What I try for
okay.
say, I try to show you the things the points that way people like usually stand upon. When like you want from come off from religion and
Yeah.
say, what thing they do as man, right, even though wrong. The only sign now is the same Bible where they talk about
Helper.
man being the
Woman.
head of the home
Yeah.
and a woman submitting is the same Bible that has told a man that a man is not independent from his woman, and a woman is also not independent from her man.
Yeah.
It is the same Bible that we see Adam himself consciously confessing. He said, "You know what thing? This pussy with God called so this one
Yeah.
in name, I will not just call her Eve, you know. He said, this is the bones of my bones and the flesh of my flesh.
Yeah.
You know what it means for say somebody not the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh? It is when you say, this person is not besides me, this person is me.
Yeah, exactly.
She is exactly me. It's not like
Yeah.
she's like me or she's around me or she's going to be standing with me. He says, she is me.
Yeah.
So what happens to me is happening to her. So when you come to the place where you don't begin for student content, you will not say a man that is seeing things from that perspective will never objectify a woman.
Yeah.
Why? Because you know go hurt yourself. You know go want for make you be
Bad
a
happens for
slave.
you.
Yeah, because that is what you do when you objectify a woman. You make her a slave to your own thoughts, to your own will. You build up walls for cage her and trap her for the rest of their life. The force are not for be able to express the fullness of within the inside. Whilst you free for do it here by want.
Man themselves, some man can objectify woman, they don't know say na objectification safe.
And that day we they can go to.
Only they know.
And that day really they can go to.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people then they understand say objectification goes beyond just seeing a woman sexually.
Yeah.
Sometimes objectification is just seeing the woman's gender. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just seeing the woman's sex as just seeing her as
Yeah.
a woman
Like,
rather
yeah.
than seeing her as a human. Because this is the thing. When we start seeing women as just women and seeing men as men and treating men as humans and treating women as objects, we don't begin to understand say there is a problem with even seeing the gender in a
Yeah.
person.
So man, if they go competition with woman, you say, once not woman.
Once that man
yeah.
Eh,
They stress.
I remember the time away over they go school. It was almost like a taboo for make woman beat you in a class. If woman beats you in a class, you gonna you talk about her. You usually don't say woman beat
It's
you.
you, yeah, like get that.
Like also woman are waiting.
Like
No, at the end of the day, these are the questions you get for yourself for us. So woman are waiting. And if we're not able to begin for see them things and they say these are just signs that objectification starts way before man they turn man na us. Because you don't begin to give the picking room for the think of for the think in the line of objectification. You don't begin to give that small boy picking a room for the I for say look at women there or females then wrongly
yeah.
and less. Yes, even though Bible say well man for treat a woman as a weaker vessel. It not be say a lesser vessel.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and that way they like how people that they complicate.
Thank you. It not means because I think like I said the easiest way I go for explain that day because somehow we can say weaker vessel and then the cinema say the woman it means say the woman if you know they also demand it, but it can just simply mean say to a certain extent a woman is far more fragile than a man. Where it means say waiting God be they say. And that she needs more attention than you.
The man, yeah.
It not mean say God be they say he did in a lesser state than you. It just means say he need more attention. But almost of we don't see people there where they build cement house. Now common thing.
Yeah.
Almost of we don't see people there where they build bodos. Now common thing. But both far more fragile than cement.
Yeah.
You they say no to us?
Now us.
He say, well, you know, the law the way applicable na cement hose. Not the applicable na boat
boat
hose.
hose.
You know why? Because cement hose get more a famous thicker, boat hose not better. No. He say, okay, well, because this na cement hose na man the number for tap day because na him strong. This na boat hose na man number for the day. No.
No.
And if you have a voucher now, with the back, you have to think about what about the people who they build glass hose now?
Yeah.
Glass far more fragile. Most glass and far more fragile are even both.
Yeah.
But people live in them. Do you say, oh, because if you buy a glass hose? No. What God was talking was not that the state of the woman less than the man. He better try for show you, say, the nature of the woman, they make her far more fragile. And make if you watch, woman, they're far more emotional than man.
Quick for cry.
Thank you. So what God was saying was, be more cautious about how you they treat woman.
Yeah.
Now in bed.
Well, people let it get her wrong. They make what educated.
Yeah. So even as we dey talk about that, I feel like I said it go very important for me. We can't to this other part of the conversation. Because okay, yeah, there's one more thing what we want for helpful for us to realize in we can't to making a power move. It's also very important for me, you know, say a power move means you did violate somebody in personal right to liberty.
Yeah.
Because everybody, you know, this is especially for we within a salon, we get for see this here so clearly.
Yeah.
You know, we can call you a free town. No man free.
No.
Because it's supposed to be a free land, especially for you, the Sierra Leonean.
Yeah.
But you meet women, they are Sierra Leoneans, and they're not free to be what they want to be. In fact, before they born, they already tell and say, woman, now for kitchen.
No, I feel like that is barbaric. It's a
before
whole
say now the
fashion.
fact that they don't give women access to education, especially in the provinces.
Yeah,
It's
then
not believed that woman forget sense. Then when the woman full, you want me to take care of your pikin. I the men are now. They say this woman what you say? This woman na liability. And not able for gear responsibility, you don't find.
Yeah.
Did you expose her to the kind of opportunities that will build her to the woman?
I feel
who
like
go
the
forgive
province
them?
now, the more they suffer from that.
Well, you go and say so, but you don't ever check the ratio of men is to women inside free talk where they pass with markets na the aid. Check the ratio of boy picking is to girl picking. When a hawkers there, where they go and tote markets, they sell banana, they sell water, they sell check. Almost boy picking compared to almost girl picking. It's mostly girls.
Yeah. Mostly girls, yeah.
So it's showing that yes, it is believed more in the provinces, but it's happening in Freetown.
Yeah,
And
no, it happened.
It happen conscious the front we face, and we are hardly doing something about it. We say, well,
Exactly.
now we have
NGOs.
this- well, the NGOs are there, but the wonderful thing you want to say is that now we have free education, which means these children should not be in the street carrying stuff to sell, but they're there.
No,
So, but they're still there.
Yeah,
So
but
who
they're
is doing
still
something
there.
about it?
nobody.
And mostly now the girl picky they.
Yeah, and then they suffer, that they go through objectification.
I remember one day like one lady, I met her in the street because me I'm sorry, I'm a very emotional person,
Okay.
and sometimes if I see something they make no more, I don't know how to talk. One day like I was coming up the streets, I was supposed to go somewhere, not for to go, and I climbing the road, I met a young lady. I think you are even older than her when I look at you. That lady was pregnant. He all one picking her left hand,
Yeah.
he all one picking her right, and I thought picking her back.
Wow.
Upon looking at her, I burst cry. It was only days after that I noticed that she was sleeping in the street. The reason why she had all of those children was not because she was just driven out, it was because she was sleeping in the street. So imagine now, you already are in a bad position, and men are still adding to your situation. But we're in a place where we're for accepted in things and say we have to hold ourselves accountable as humans,
Yeah.
rather than just as men or as women. as human
Yeah,
beings.
for humanity.
Why? Because that picky when they born inside that kind of situation, they get for suffer as human being. You not get for
Yeah.
suffer as woman picking. Get for
Yeah,
suffer as
as
human being.
because na street.
Yes. So if you want good for yourself, you have to want good for the next person, regardless of your gender, regardless of institution. Which
Yeah.
is why mostly we don't want to even talk about equality and equity anymore. We want to talk about liberation. Why? Because we want everybody to be able to have access to equal opportunities.
And equal rights.
Yes, no matter how certain they.
Mm-hmm.
So with all of these things, we will talk to. We want for Mo can come back to what to really be because I transgressed.
Yeah.
It's very important for Mo come back to talk about how women then they be objectified without the man and no, because mostly man can do it subconsciously.
Yeah.
We not say well we already don't start or do something wrong. We could just say normal like it's just normal. It's just normal say woman not supposed to beat you in a class.
Yeah, like
It's just normal. When me say in that you mind before
Mhm.
if you dey go school, then we don't feed you a concept say woman fool.
yeah, woman of for beats you, then they
Yeah. Let me say for you mind before say you don't go to school, don't say woman fool. So you know what about the woman and the man then at the class
yeah.
and they for worry about. Who brought up that concept? Because that alone is talking about the first thing. The first thing we can do where they start for objectify woman. From middle and small, from girl picking stage, is the fact that we do not accept that women, girls, should be educated. We do not accept that these people have the potential to do great in society. So we don't want to empower them towards that.
Yeah, no one for expose them.
No, it for some reason.
But I feel like that they
Culture.
change. That don't change over time. Like now we they see women participation, like, and you get some key personality the way they help for make woman 50-50.
Well, yes.
Like
to a
right now we
certain
they see woman
extent-
at the front line, like the front
To a certain
wall.
extent, we can give God glory
Yeah,
for
right now I don't
certain results that we don't see.
see.
Like,
Yes,
of course,
yeah.
we don't hear everybody's 30% quota
Yeah.
and all of that. But even in all of those things, you take this to the workplace where the 30% quota is. You take this to the schools
Yeah.
where we will say now we allow picking women and forget education.
Yeah.
You will find the women still being objectified.
Yeah, exactly.
You see
In
women
university.
being paid less in offices, while the same thing that men are doing. You see women actually being treated as sex objects
in
in the offices. Being
schools.
and so I heard about I believe it was last year of a lady that was caught dead in her boss's house or bed or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I think I heard.
And that guy was married. Like let's forget about all of these things. Like women are facing things that we have not come to accept that to a certain extent and to a very, very large degree is our fault
Yeah,
because we have chosen to see gender rather than see humans.
yeah,
These are things that if we not just like let's forget about statistics. Let's forget about quotas. Let's forget about all of these other things. Let's look at God. Let's look at what God has said, what God wants for woman. And why I say woman, I don't mean what God wants for just girl picking. I mean what God has intended for human beings and his what I for say his portion that he has given to women. The portion where he give to woman, the same portion where he give to
so
man.
man, yeah, like
He never
they're the
said,
same.
and the blessing I have given to Adam is
It's
not the
greater.
same I will give to Eve. Bible says God made them male and female and he blessed them.
Yeah.
You not say nothing, Adam, you are greater than a woman. Let me bless you first and later man call Eve. It was always them.
The same.
That is why
yeah.
even when it comes to marriage, like I mean a Christian, so I'm not going for no much about how the Muslims can do it. But usually what you like say, God bless this union.
Yeah.
And
They're the same.
when you talk about marriage, it is showing that the plan of God, just the concept of marriage, is showing that the plan of God is for man and woman to be one.
Yeah.
It says, and for this cause a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and these two shall become
Come
one
one,
flesh.
yeah.
So, what what they get wrong? How we're not able to understand this simple concept here up until this moment? Because we watch and we will therefore say, well, we have citizens in Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone is mostly either Muslims or Christians.
Yeah.
But Muslims and Christians believe in marriage.
Yeah.
And this is the concept of marriage that God has given unto us. So if you get this concept of marriage, then when you don't marry the woman now, you should say, well, even though God has made us one flesh, I am the big flesh. You are the small one. You know, you are this flesh, oh, they get the picking there. Me, I are the big flesh. Now, big people and they eat me. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So, like, with all of this, it is showing that, one, just like what you say, man, they're not reach to the point that we don't come for submit to God. We don't want to accept the will of God. And let's take a religion away from it. Let's come to
reality.
Yes, facts, reality. You have a conscience.
Yeah.
There's certain things that you do, you will know that you should not do.
Exactly.
But we go grab what they say, they rationalize it, they make a one kind way and all of that.
Look like a lady don't graduate, he go find job like, and the boss they tell her and say pass his sleep put and first like. Woman, they go through a lot. Like, and not watch the woman in qualification. Like, this thing, and also, they around, like, also new thing.
But myself go college.
Yeah.
And for me, unfortunately, well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, it's not a bad thing. I was raised in a home that I would say has a lot of females. So I relate with females more. My father, I'm the only son. My father gave birth to 6 females. I'm the only and last boy, which means I spent my time at home rather than singing and dancing or jumping or watching Power Rangers. I watched more Barbie, all of these things. Because I have 6 sisters.
Wow.
Instead of listening to hip hop, now what would they dance brickless? So like I got used to relating with females rather than males. So like if you were going to college, I got used to relating with females rather than males and see them as sisters. And the common, I don't call it college name, but the common story what they get from most of them.
University
lecturers.
It's still there, safe like
lecturer they call for sex, and most of them were not.
And the
in
lecturer they not can get feelings for them.
Yeah.
I just lost.
And most of them were not in the position to say no.
Yeah.
Why? Because one,
The tension.
the people
like,
there not to them even they pay their fees. The person they pay their fees and go just say "Ma help you." You know one feel and go
Okay.
the person. I remember talking to one lady. I talked to her.
This is so hard trending.
No, go do this thing. And she was like, if I fail, that guy will help me, so you know help me again. And if me not get
And
this
I'm not
paper,
going to listen to
I
what
no go
they
get
say.
work. And if I not get work, I not go for help me people to apply. So she saw herself like she was in a vulnerable position and she was powerless to actually handle it. And that guy they took advantage of her. No matter what I tell her picking, not be believe say if in not do everything will be okay. I mean, I don't mean to talk to her 1 10, 2 10.
Okay.
I mean, we were talking consciously. It was like, Lawrence, you don't understand. I understand.
Wait again.
I understand, but she felt like she was in a powerless situation. This is just an example of how man and they put woman in this
Objectification.
no, a very, very fearful position. You make the woman feel like he not gets choice, he not gets a right to.
And woman, all man for being respected regardless.
Yeah. So you see, and of course, when you talk about objectification, you talk about and you have to talk about the wisdom. Where mostly would they see objectification at the world, the most common wisdom.
The common wisdom at university.
Especially for salon.
University, workplace, in the province, at home, like you get this man pikia, so
okay, fine. So you see, you don't come back to a point. You know how many women have been in salon back they go through this thing, especially when I'm picking.
Yeah.
When they find themselves
domestic
being
sexual.
Abused.
Yeah.
By either the
and they feel stigmatized for
brother,
talk. Yeah. Or the uncle. Or the papa.
The papa himself. So
They're afraid for talk, like.
You see, it's something that has, and if you check, people they frown at them.
Yeah.
You go hardly hear them bring up their situations there, or maybe people they actually handle them.
Act on it.
Even now, when we don't get hands off our girls, it's still happening, and people are not talking about it.
Yeah, it's still
happening.
happening.
Like I say, someone go say, hey,
and I the one the more way they advocate, now the more they do
how
this
we
thing.
fumble in name go fiba, how we family name go fiba,
Yeah.
if this tier come on do. But what you dey feel for your life? You are covering your family, but you are
With the hurt
condoning
someone's
a
potential.
character we get for continue after you family.
Yeah.
You dey condone a pattern where get for repeat itself over and over again and hurt more people than beyond that one game person they will just don't be hurt before you.
Yeah.
So we are being selfish to a very, very large degree where we they choose for allow the woman then for they in a very disadvantaged position.
Yeah.
But we'll therefore come back very soon because there is a lot to talk about when we talk
We'll
about
can find the
objectification.
solutions there.
We can talk about the solutions. Then we can talk about how we FIBA in the world. If because this is not just alone, it happen.
Yeah,
It
they
happen
happen
all
worldwide.
over
Yeah.
the world, especially in Africa. But it happen all over
Over
the
the
world,
world, yeah.
especially not just Africa, developing countries. Oh my God, it's happening
I feel
a
like now
lot.
Africa.
Yeah, mostly developing countries. Just check. Developing countries, oh my God, just check. It's there. In fact, there are countries in which you see this thing we then call commercial working, where so we can call us alone girl business.
Oh.
It is legal.
Yeah, in
Salon,
some
if they meet
countries.
you in the streets and you do that okay, they get the rights for actually
Yeah,
arrest you.
salon they died and stuff.
Salon, they get, but the police don't get the right to arrest you because it's against the law.
Yeah.
In other countries, oh my God, you don't know. You don't know nothing. You go see her. So anyway, we are going to actually come back. We're going to go for a very short commercial break. But before we go for that commercial break, there one left a number that you mind, and the number is 088 971 971. Why make I give this number now? Because I want to make you ready for call with the car. Open the phone lines in the second hour of the program. We want to make you safe. Will be much pan this conversation, especially where if you're not woman, we want for Yeri from your view how objectification they affect you now you office, now you workplace, now you school, now you college. How has it been affecting you? We want for bring this issue to the limelight. We will find solution together. Now then I make this radio station here so they as soon as know we own a slogan now you talk, we listen. We radio now a listening radio. And we want for Yeri from you. Stay tuned to Radio Fry till we come back from the short commercial break.
Now you can send mobile money with no sonko, only with Afri Money. Ile como si wan send 5, 10, 50 or 5,000 leons or even more with no sonko. Yes, anytime, any day, every day, any side you dey na salon, free with Afri Money. No go outside and they pinch pan the lily where you want send. Avoid sonko. Use Afri Money. Dial *161 *1 # for send mobile money free. Afri Money to Afri Money. For no more, call 161. Afri Money. No sonko.
Use every money for free.
We na RC Bank with Usim Couple, you dey work out with money na your phone all time.
We na RC Bank. Of course, now we get the most efficient and convenient internet banking platform na Salon.
Of course, we na the bank of choice. Now we get the best prepaid card na Salon. Come bank with we.
We na Rokel Bank. With a Visa debit card, you can do your transaction any side of the world outside you dey.
We na Master Sabipa digital banking business na Salon.
Na RC Bank, now we get the best low interest rates na Salon.
We na Rokel Bank, we ATM dey support cashless transaction.
We na Rokel Bank, we dey send and receive money through Western Union, MoneyGram and Rare.
We na Rokel Bank. With we e-couple, you can send money to anybody when you get bank accounts with we. Just ask for your telephone number. That's it.
Fambulem, on a eh? We na Rokel Bank. We na Agba Pan banking business na Mama Salon.
Michelle Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Mishcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to home, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Michelle Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Sasame Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are Michelle Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Mishcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to home, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Michelle Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Sasame Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are the leaders.
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Hello, Fambledom, and welcome once again to the Brunch Show, brought to you courtesy of Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Me, your name, na Lawrence Hedd, and I don't day na yaso with Una for the past 1 hour. The try for bring this wonderful conversation we'll get today to Una, and of course, we topic for today na my question with the answer. Then the question says, is objectification of women a power move? And we don't talk about me and we wonderful guests when Miss Samantha within our studio right now. We just they talk about for quite a while, and they can go back into the conversation. And Samantha has a lot we want for me to understand. But before we go to that, I just want to get the verse of the day and the quote of the week. Then we will go to that. The verse of the day they come out from Proverbs 31:25, and it says, "She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future." Woman supposed to forget the ability for get in dignity, for get strength, for feel powerful enough for making himself able for what in future and not afraid, able for freely desire, dream, and get ambitions of waiting he wants for be tomorrow. Let me allow woman them for come to this place. Then also we quote of the day where they come off from Henry Miller, and it says, "True strength lies in submission, which permits one to dedicate his life through devotion to something beyond himself." We mean say, "He find for make you know say strength, not to by almost still you able for thought strength, true strength. Now way you able for kind of that place in a life where you able for put your life on the line, for make something way far more important, far more bigger than you, able for be accomplished because of you and through you inside this world. Make you your own life be the reason for change in this world." Just in case you only the tuning now, this is the Brunch Show brought to you courtesy of Radio Fry 97.1 FM. The phone line is the door open, and we want to make you call and give yourself your own contribution. Sorry, and give yourself your own contribution. We want to make you able for call in and answer to we engagement question. Of course, we engagement question is simply, how are women sexually objectified? We want for hearing from you. If you're not a woman out there or you're not a man, we don't see you, so this know they happen. We want for me you call in on the number 088-971-971 and make you give your own contribution on how women then don't be sexually objectified. Now the workplace, now the office, now society, how is it happening? We want for know, because now this now the issue we want addressed today, and we want for left now so with solutions them, and also let people there with the right mindset on how for ensure say we not continue in this wrong practice and pattern. So back to you, Samantha. You be say you be one for talk to we about certain things and way like now the ways them where we dey see how sexual objectification they happen, especially towards the woman there.
Yeah.
I believe say one of them are being human trafficking.
Yeah.
And so what do you get for say about that?
Well, what I get for say is that like women there they go through a lot in terms of women trafficking. Like you dey face in our workplace, as you just mentioned. Yeah. Like you will see a young graduate they come up, they get all in qualification them, they go apply for work, and the boss now they even watch in qualification there, he say he want sleep with the woman.
Okay.
Yeah. And without even see what the woman able for possess in yeah, so and we dey also see her in different ways them in terms of like the home, yeah, where like woman they like you dey see like if you get men picking like it be abused by the man or the brother or the papa na the host, yeah, and it like the woman they feel silent for talking, they afraid for talk because if you talk, you say hey waiting go be like then stuff and they so yeah, and also it happen back in the province.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that objectification in society? How people objectify women?
Yeah, in society, yeah. It happen also in the province. Like for example, you go see a young girl, you get all teen, they come up like they go get water and you go just cat calling her, and after that, where the woman finally give in, you go marry the woman. After 2-3 years, the woman don't born 2-3 picking there. You're not even interested in the woman again. That the woman don't turn object. It then at the host. You know, duty no man for just go for go to get water afternoon, fetch firewoods there and where can I net now for sex. And also like say in the province electricity then all day. And so the next time for be longer. So like it just
say that they don't change small and it's also now the province don't get light. So I believe say nowadays the province don't get light. So
yeah, it don't get light, but
But like when we think about like mostly the ten that we lights not clean, that's the photo on it.
Yeah, now just for sex and the woman don't be an object. Yeah. And we need to change that perspective there. Because gone are those days, then they barbaric and outdated. Yeah. So woman they need for like believe in themselves and they need for no say waiting man can do, woman can do it better. Like they need for like know say themselves get the potential, then get the ability, they're able for do yeah.
Yeah. So
And also, as you mentioned earlier, in a class safe,
yeah.
like we get what, like even like as Noah me paddy in class where he did like the bobo they say nobody know they beat her, not for talk about woman self like so the woman never they afraid even like currently.
Yeah.
The woman they afraid like the way the bobo they act now, the way they make tough like yeah in appearance yeah so the pikin they afraid self like for challenger.
So you know when you talk about this, they bring kind to my mind, but this whole thing, how really sexual objectification actually they start. Because you know, say remember we don't begin to talk about in the earlier part of the conversation where we talk about the fact say when women and they give the access so much to education. If everybody like I say would accept say woman is supposed to be the dumb people in our society.
Well that it don't start from where the woman small like they don't give them the mentality say woman una meant for sabi how for old man, how for take care of pikin. Like na that they don't instill in we say we need for be good. Well, the old women and pikin them, so we dey forget about we dey forget about the education aspect.
So you see, this is one of the things because like women must be empowered. Not say women, humans must be empowered. If you as a human being, you are not given opportunities, you are not exposed to things that will bring you to a place where you'll be able to eventually harness a lot of value in yourself. You don't get much for bringing to the table. When are the exact thing we then done the force for make happen to women then for quite a while. We thank God for things that like equity and equality like we try to work
things
towards.
that don't change over time.
Yeah, things that they change small, they not change it up. Things that they change small. We are seeing a lot of steps towards
the equality
and equity. We are seeing it now, but it don't mean say don't change. Why? Because these things are things that took decades. This the way we talk about they don't start from the days of the Romans.
And for can change over time, like you really need time.
These are things that have started at least over
because people that don't get that
now.
perspective, they say, "Woman, now always na man for Hedd."
Yeah, and you know,
even myself at once,
like
I get that perspective. They say,
"Na man,
na man for."
yeah.
But thank God, like
for
the exposure.
Like I thought, and it's now we topic then for tomorrow. Yeah, we want to talk about the men and the women. One for the woman and woman who that really fits. Who that not the best leader? Who that fit leadership position? Is it men? Is it women? Well, of course, no, not say we're going to talk about tomorrow. Now, if you not say you like them, show the idea. Make sure say tomorrow you know miss. But even at that, I like the fact say yourself even for come to the place where you confess. Say, even you
at some
point, so certain point. You were a victim of objectification. Because if you're for me just thinking a man supposed for lead, that means say somebody some way somehow even it don't do unto you and you not even know say they do unto you or it don't do unto you consciously and you not be even know say another them to you.
Exactly.
Which is I believe say now I make if you watch statistics, you find that a lot of women they suffer from low self-esteem.
Yeah, like a lot.
And I sometimes I'm like, you know, you say, woman is shame. I make even when they
provoke. They are like exactly.
Even when they provoke man, you notice say you gotta tell you. So let for make like woman.
Yeah.
Now that's what they can do because they don't say no more say woman just they no more that way they and then for cool and then for this and then for that. And another thing where I believe say they can do where they affect where they cause this whole objectification thing where they happen to woman. Now where society don't begin for create this box where they believe that they no more woman for day. Like women are not given the ability to just believe that they can be whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
There are certain goals in the world where they don't say this is a woman no more for do.
Yeah.
And there are certain goals in the world that don't say this is a man no more for do. So where it can now where you grow up or where you born in the world and you see say you want to be an engineer and most of the engineers are a man and you bring them up on side say me self and be an engineer. Say that is a man work.
Yeah, like that they discourage the woman there. That is why open conversation, panel discussion is important.
Yeah. Because it's nice for more to talk about it.
Yeah,
so I was so motivated while I see one video then this there of one Sierra Leonean woman.
Yeah.
Afita, it didn't make mutuka.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow. That
wow.
inspire.
I know, right? Like almost of we don't they see back this thing. Woman and the guy keke na salon.
Yeah, you didn't see but you're not too boku.
You know boku, but you don't start.
Yeah, don't start. Yeah.
Like before, you didn't even see woman driver.
Yeah,
but now woman driver them back there. Almost of we don't see woman Okada man. I don't see. Hey God, it's like I don't see woman and the guy Okada commercially. I don't see woman and the buy scooter for the sale the guy right now. Like to a certain extent, these are the fact they several this year they get excited about them right now.
Exactly.
Is showing you that objectification exists.
Yeah.
Why? Because if there was no objectification, then it should have been a norm. Enough of it don't be some kind of big deal they celebrate. So right now the studio say, wow, woman fit today. Wow, woman the guy Okada. Wow, woman the no.
Even in Saudi Arabia, then get what they call Sharia law. The law states that woman of drive motor car.
Wow.
Yeah. They discriminate woman there.
Why make?
Myself no no, but now so the law states.
Okay.
Yeah.
So also it go also nice for like maybe we get other thing go I notice say
rampant.
Kind of rampant. It's the fact that we don't say we don't begin for normalize something in the world we know the make sense.
Yeah.
Outside this whole sugar daddy business come.
Exactly. And most of the picking that now because of materials things that they do than before. And then don't know say if they study, then self go able to get that thing there.
Yeah. Then they're not able for like, get that thing, they're able for any kind of their mind. I don't know why.
Exactly.
But anyway, if you do they go into the conversation, family then one for me can also the phone lines they're open. The number for call now 088971971. And I don't tell you now from before self we start for talk. This not a listening radio. We want for make unable for call in and give your own contribution on this wonderful topic. You're not woman out there and you just don't feel objectified. Because you see the things that they bring up, for me, no say objectification don't did they in society. Now for make you yourself no say it's not something that is I will say in a few people that it affect. It's affecting everybody. It affects all the women there to the point that it affects society. And I want you for able to call on the number 088971971 and make we know how you don't see say it don't affect women there, or if you're not woman, how you don't see say it don't affect you. The number again for call now 088971971. So like I always talk about this sugar and thing. Like me I not forget like
I feel like saying because of material things make people that they go into sugar daddy.
Well, some man would say it go easy for say like material things, but some man would say and say the picking they try for survive.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Some man would say and say like work no day.
Yeah, like it varies.
Job no day. Like even if the person will work, so they not even get capital.
Yeah.
And then this.
But I feel like if you take her in that perspective, you need for like invest in the person. Rather than use them as an object.
Well, you see,
man and they think from that angle there.
Well, now it's in this, but if you want to say a man therefore do that means you have to also think about the fact say, and there is a place where most of them say I can come on. You know, say in the Sierra Leonean culture, it's to a certain extent a norm for make you become married quick, like for you picking to married.
Yeah.
Especially in the provinces.
Yeah,
now, a common thing for me say,
men.
well, me picking don't begin rep.
Yeah.
I can get enough for married. And some man they would say 18. You know, so now we can want say 18.
Yeah,
some man can want say 21.
And that they damage the picking career in future, like because before they marry, don't bomb boku picky there.
Yeah.
And the zeal for go land book, it go broke. Like go.
You they glad he said the zeal for go land book. They like especially in the provinces, you'll see some picking at age 18, 3 kids.
Yeah.
You think say it be think but for go land book?
No, like
in mind. They make that 3 kids and they can. They're not even allowed for make able for things say if for go school.
Yeah.
Or like I say school now option. Now I make it be at age 18 already don't get 3 picking. If you don't get 3 picking at age 18, whose time they get for study?
Exactly. I make I say more for two the advocates for the happen at the province. Although they happen get on back, but more majority.
The reason make even if it happen more at the province than Freetown, the reason it makes it more important, say, for talk about this. And the fact that if we talk to the population of Sierra Leone, now the province, is greater than the population of Sierra Leone Africa. Far. The amount of Sierra Leoneans in the different provincial areas, if we make that ratio, so the ratio of people of Africa, we small say, we very small. I should say the Freetown population not even reach like that 20%. So at this point, you get what I say.
And then they get the opportunity. What make us say more on the province? Then they get the opportunity, like their open conversation. They're not can get they're not they get the exposure, like
and other people that they
like about NGOs. Then they are with them engage girls then into some.
Like I used to right now, they talk so as you talk so I don't say. Well, you don't hear that kind of conversations there and all of that.
But
so
then
obviously,
you're
in a place where you go for make a far more better decision. Person just can't say
waiting for
go marry that and they because get money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but imagine now we not ever hear somebody tell and say, well, there is a possibility of you being more than just a mother.
Yeah.
Before you being a mother, you can be a girl first. Yeah. And whilst being a girl, you can choose to be a businesswoman, or if you know how to be a businesswoman, you can actually go work in an office. Yeah. You can be an engineer. You can be this. You can be that. They don't know that.
Yeah, they don't get the engagements and they like
Like you say, in fact, most of it all, you go see there and they will go say, even because you go say mostly in the provinces now, farm work,
agriculture work.
You know, say it's actually frowned at. It's actually a taboo. Boku side in upline for make woman get property. So it's almost impossible for me to land there when a woman to own.
Yeah.
So how you going for be a farmer? Pass you help your man a farm.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get imagine like women are not given the opportunity like even if you not go school, if you say that farm you want to do and a farm like day before how can she own that business? We you not get the rights for owning land. It's all of these things objectification.
Yeah.
But the man if he say he wants land,
it gets her.
So why make this they happen? Now because even though the resources of the land of this world, God don't get unto man. God not be say even though the Bible said the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Waiting God tell to man and woman. He say dominate, multiply and fill the earth. Everything going to be the same that be to them too. He not be say the land not to the man no more.
Yeah. Even if the land na the woman you go see them go can fetch and back.
So you see, when would they talk about anything there? So we get for accept say, the issue is the gender that we see. Yeah. Objectification is a thing because we are still seeing gender. Yeah. If we're not able to
mindset.
Yeah, if we're not able to take away gender, we go always see objectification. They happen and it go continue and it go continue. And the thing about cycles is the more it repeats, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
But anyway, family, they will not one day Naya so they talk no more. We one day. No, this is not what this radio station is about. This is not what this conversation is about. The conversation is about learning from you. We don't need to talk today now, so we really want to make una call and give una own contribution. Of course, we get to the engagement question where we already don't put out there. And the engagement question simply says, how women they be sexually objectified in the world? Or well, na salon, because mostly na salon we they call and give contribution. How are women being sexually objectified? 9 are we engagement question. And we want to make you call on the number 088 971 971 and make your own contribution. Because this, if you know, they happen to you because you're not boy picking, you know what that mean? It means it's happening to your mother. If you have a sister, it's happening to your sister. If you have a cousin, it's happening to your cousin. If you have an aunt, it happened to her. And this is something that if we not address now, trust me when I tell you, generations and generations, it will continue to happen to them. So the glory of God, we don't begin forget, we don't begin see steps from the NGOs, them help and all of that.
Like it's improving.
With equity and equality, as they say. But this is the thing now. It is mostly seen here in Freetown.
Yeah.
Not in the provinces.
The province.
And just the opportunity. the provinces now get the greater amount of Sierra Leoneans.
Yeah.
So if we dey focus mostly on we na free tongue now, how is it gonna affect mostly the provinces? And also, even in the salon, it's mostly seen in paper rather than seen in practice. It's very hard to see. Yesterday, Agladi Sowe Ayeri say in the south now we don't get a female chief or paramount chief. Now the south, because now in the salon it's kind of almost common now. We all know say if they call person chief now salon a man.
Yeah.
It was almost impossible for me, but hearing that yesterday, like there's now one. The fact that there's one means there's hope. I was happy.
Yeah, it's good news.
Yeah, but we want for we don't want for the Gladi just a cab. Say we don't want for the Gladi for one.
And the woman and normal for tower for change their mindset, say then keep doing. And if they get a mindset, they trust me.
Well, we the press say the woman they go get that the mindset.
Yeah, like.
But how they get that the mindset? When they not build them, they not give it or expose them to the opportunity. They will go build their mind towards that. A mindset is developed.
Yeah,
you need a born with mindset.
Like, some NGOs then can like get a female engagement girls summit there. Tongue, like, and for they like establish and for like they establish them back in the province, like I feel like then they go help.
Some man go say and say like there's language barrier and all of that. So and even as a little man, you partner NGO thing and they want you for begin for land force. Land for talk crew.
Yeah,
I
the
find out
NGO
most
like,
of the people the way can they do their empowerment in there. They're fashion English too much.
Yeah, exactly. But Sierra Leone then can be part of the NGO there.
Yeah. They can be part of them. I know they say, like, for example, if we have these NGO things going on and we have the opportunity to be seeing them consistently and continually, mostly in the Freetown axis, there is a need to, like, train and raise a lot of females. We're going for communicate this year on behalf of the NGOs then and the provinces.
Exactly. That is what I was saying.
Like, especially when what they and I mean, easy make us say raise and train them for communicator one, because raising them in the knowledge is good, but if they go to English no more they talk, because most of the learned people there most of the learned people in a salon I find say they're able to express themselves more in English than in Creole. But the people that need the help in Sierra Leone mostly are the ones that do not have access to the education that is causing you to speak English. So you get for able for talk with you sabi, so that man within another place will not go for understand English. When I make, it's not just about having the knowledge, it's about how to communicate it, how for share them, how you do for all that you see where you don't go learn at school.
And most of them don't get phone, like for say and go internet, like technology.
More for talk about internet. Saloma will not even notice for those internet. More talk to how many of Sierra Leoneans are using the internet for the right thing? So man, if you go to the host, you never find out say most people that will get internet are the host. The internet now for watch YouTube video now television or watch Netflix.
TikTok.
So man, the internet are the host based on one game reason. We will watch Netflix. We will watch this that. Now I bet therefore it's not about educational purposes, it's not about empowerment, it's not about creating a network that will bring a change. No. We wait till once now entertainment. I'm sorry, we don't get too much challenges in a salon for me. We just enjoy entertainment at this point. We need people that will step up and actually become activists. People that will go before bring things them to pass and get things them done. Which is why I'm glad it say you now so self an advocate to a certain extent. Which means this is something you yourself for the think about. But like really invest yourself and go replicate the provinces. Because especially if you're a Saloma right now and you only focus on free tongue, then I don't think say you understand what's the problem.
No, we get with organization, we can go to the province, we can go talk to them.
I can go talk to them. Wow. So like what's most do on a topics that can be around?
Teenage pregnancy, early marriage.
Then now the woman don't like talk to her or the man.
No, now the woman there. Some boys then kid there around.
From boys and kids.
And we can talk about drug abuse.
I like the fact say we don't talk we not they talk about them things and but with waiting with the talk now so today. It's showing you something very clear. The issue with almost all this early marriage and teenage pregnancy is the fact that we are having parents giving out their kids
Yeah.
to elderly people
So now the parent
at
will
a
for
very
target.
early age. That's now one. Two, it's also an issue because the man the way you know say now the provinces woman and not get say. Oh, you never know. As I said to you, but this is the thing. Even yesterday, it was one of we guests that we've been getting a shout out to Auntie Zainab. We had a wonderful conversation here yesterday, and we talk about the fact that we then can go to the provinces there, we then can all meeting, and then can want to talk to the people then, but certain things that were very important for help them for build the society and the community out there. We then call for meeting. The states they kind of park boku chair. The woman and they go to my behind the chair and so they sit up on the chair.
Recently.
Why? He said the woman
feel
then.
like
I said
say
the
that
first
name.
way I talked to her yesterday, man, I talk. He said the woman is the go to my behind the chair. Why? The chair they waited before.
Not for the man.
Not for the man. So then they wait now. Say the man they come. Then the chair they full up. Then the woman is down.
Wow.
Yes. So where you they grab now? You say you they go talk. You they go talk about teenage pregnancy. You they go talk about what's he call it? Other thing. Early marriage.
Yeah.
So woman there.
No, to young girls, they like your
No,
organization. What
what
they like?
say do they have? Now they try for say you tell them but you empower them but and they fine. They do not have a voice. That's the thing. They do not have authority. In the provinces, the person will get authority, the person will get say. Now the man there. So if you go there and you have a conversation,
But I feel like the boys that be they support to he for she like.
you don't say the boys there, not the men.
But then they grow up for be.
They grow up for be waiting.
Men, yeah. So like then go change the mentality.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you never had a role model where you see the effect change in the world with what you do, by now if you be one for be what you be so.
No.
So now they don't have a role model. Una can just talk to them about something, una say bad and all. But the role models they have there are the same men that do not believe in what you have just went and told them. The same man the way they give them picky there to early marriage. The same man the way they rather married small picking after you get three baby woman there. Now the same man they get for be the role model there after on a commode day. So when una go talk to them small picking, the almost difference they make. That's what I'm saying. You don't go outside the commode?
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the problem. I remember a conversation where before maybe they happen America where say Hillary Clinton an activist he can talk for feminism.
Yeah.
And there was this time that she had this conference that she called. And when she called the conference and they were supposed to talk about feminism and how to get men included and all that. And unfortunately she called the whole thing and over 70% of the people in the room were women. Yes, over 70%. You know what she said? She said, how will they able forget a conversation on something where they affect we all? Where half of the people that wait for dinner this conversation, no come. What's it be try for say the man they not been there.
Yeah.
So I they go talk about a problem where they affect women there, when the man they
they
actually get authority for changer, then they're not there a part of the conversation.
Okay.
So you see? Because imagine say we want for people that want for bring a change in a salon.
Yeah.
Then instead of they can talk to the governments of salon, talk to the ministers and the president and get everybody on board within the legislation, we actually get authority for actually effect the change. He left them, he said nothing. Salon and get problem, he said, remember go to the village, go talk to them. How much change do you see?
No change.
That is what I am talking about.
Okay.
The authority is given to the men. So if you are having a conversation like this, they should be there.
Yeah, okay.
Why? Because if their mind not change, no matter how long you change the woman. Imagine say you go educate a woman, say you man, they pan.
And right now more organization than the woman, no what they focus on for like educate there. They forget about the man.
Yeah, I feel like people are approaching they approach African problem there with a Western solution. The difference between the Western world and Africa is that in the Western world, even though women are still struggling with this inequality and equity thing, to a certain extent, they are exposed to a lot that gives them a lot of more power than here, where women are literally not given anything. The way you come, you go to Sweden, you talk to a woman, and
no
if you go to America, you talk to a woman in America, no more, and they say that they struggle with that. To a certain extent, they for do something.
Yeah.
You can Africa, you talk, you get the woman, they talk. The
Above,
music they play.
yeah.
As the music does, so they go back to the same thing.
Yeah, it makes sense. If for target the man back, like
you
both,
need everybody.
Yeah.
You see, as I was saying, the problem is not a female thing. It's not a male. It's a human problem.
Yeah,
we
humanity.
must take away gender
and
approach this as a human problem. Because the same thing that will affect a man negatively is the same thing that will affect a woman negatively. So if we not begin for say this is a woman problem, just say okay, this is a human problem. Then the man go for put himself at the woman's shoes and say if this be happen to me, how I for be feel? Then that's it now. Even for understand the woman and why it for help the woman. But you get that the woman when they go through in one day talk to her, the man still not understand how the woman they feel.
I make changes needed be because we only dey focus on the woman there.
I am happy that we are finally getting to the conversation.
Yeah.
So you see, with all of this, now I make at this point, I believe say if woman they want for do this whole change thing, if NGOs they really want to get this thing done, it is very, very wise for we begin for pay more attention in educating men about women.
Like let be open.
Yes. Educate
Exactly.
men about women rather than educate women about their rights alone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why? When you educate women about their rights, they don't know say no more then they violate them.
Yeah.
When you educate man there of about women there and their feelings there and their rights there, that man get for be which man for me continue what you do because now you don't know say I don't do something wrong for so long to this woman. They are like parasite lover.
Yeah, in fact, the way you educate the woman, then the woman go tell him brother, and brother then they say, "Ebo, then they all na lie, no na."
So you see,
una work na for dinner kitchen, blah blah blah.
Based on the way the society don't orient man, there, we don't choose for turn a blind eye to the suffering of the woman.
Yeah.
And based on the fact that we don't do it for so long, we don't come to the point that we know they see again. We know they see again. We don't use for not see, so now we are not seeing. So una the woman there now need for bring her to the man there.
Yeah.
Now the solution.
Exactly, now the solution. Yeah.
And a lot of men they not no say objectification as they say. It not just they come out from the provinces and from early marriage.
It starts from.
It come out from
childhood. Yeah.
From pay rape as we talk. From pay rape, you also don't know more you grab if you say, the only way for me you be a man, now for make a be saying that you don't want to make the decisions in the family. Forcing the woman to stay in silence. Inconsistency. Consistently, the woman not forever talk. Who say they talk? When they make decision in say no matter. He say you know a woman. Follow na me they do the leading. No.
Like another solution back, like where we they get an open panel discussion there, like then for involve the man in the back here. Like how they talk this talk, so like
me, I feel like I say if we woman then they grab, then sit and they do this there. Instead of them talk to the woman there, or give them everything, say empower the women.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the wise decision would be empower the men. When I say empower, I don't mean say give them more authority. Authority is already given to the man. Educate them about women.
Exactly.
Because man, there we
don't get no show where they educate, but
we don't
where
know
they
about
educate
woman.
the man there. Exactly.
We don't know about woman. Not we know about politics. We know about business. We know about strategic things. Because that's how we are made. We think about things those ways. We don't understand about emotion better.
Yeah.
I can a study.
I think it's a man that gets strong at.
Fine. A study confirmed that even when it comes to sex, which is one of the most natural things.
Yeah.
It's the way a man relates to sex and the way a woman relates to sex is totally different.
Yeah.
The sexual experience of a man ends when he comes.
Yeah.
The sexual experience for a woman continues after
Beyond.
that. You'll find out that a woman will want to start a conversation after sex.
Yeah.
A man will want to sleep.
Okay.
So like there is a lot of things that people will have to We have to understand say woman different from man.
Yeah.
So man not going to understand woman until man is educated
About
the woman.
Yeah.
Then from the solution then begin come. Then when we talk back, remember this we talk about this whole sugar daddy thing.
Yeah.
You need to make our one talk about her.
Because nine day rampant.
Not just because 9 day pants, and because you see that is a two-way street to objectification.
Yeah.
Objectification, you get the one when the woman, then the man they objectify, where the woman are the victim.
Yeah.
And before going to that, I also remember people then please call on the number 088-971-971. Give you contribution, one for land from you, from your angle, from your perspective. Waiting now objectification. As in how you don't see people they objectify women and sexually in the world. I understand my office, I understand my house, I understand my community, I understand my family, I understand any style. Please call on the number 088-971-971 and give contribution. Back to the tab they say. Where it comes to objectification, there's a two-way street to it. There is the one in which the woman they be objectified by the man. Then in a situation in which the woman, I could say they be violated.
Yeah.
And you get the one way the woman in the choose for objectifying self. The gap is say, well, and see the man then the only thing they wants me for na sex.
Yeah.
Me they make they use me. But me back will use the why they use me. Which is what happens when you have things like sugar daddy.
Yeah.
You go see young picking, you know, get money, you know, get this, you know, get that. But not anytime they pass, man, they break her. Say, I like you, ways, I want you. At this, at that, at that. And but you not get money, you not get it for it, you not get this, you not get that. The only thing no more way they consistently holding. Now waiting the man wants para.
Yeah.
Say, okay. Well, me I no go angry, so you want this, me I want it.
I feel like say the picking that they rush their life, like
well.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, that is what it is. But it is also, I would say, an orientation being given to them by society. Why I say so? If a way woman grab, they show of a lot of values them of being a woman, a lot of things, a lot of potential the way it gets.
Yeah.
A lot of things the way I would say valuable about them rather than just in body parts. When she's squeezed in a corner, the only thing we can in mind for do no go be for selling self.
Yeah.
You go say, okay, well, Asabi make couche. Well, Asabi cook. So man begin sell cook.
Well, Asabi make cake.
Well, Asabi, thank you. But women are not consciously educated and shown these things. Most of the time, man they sexually objectify a woman and they don't know why. Because for me, it's more you don't need to tell us I like you ways. I make some talk then the way some man can talk to picky wants me. I didn't take her.
Yeah.
When you rap, you see one small picky say, hey, nami woman.
Exactly.
Hey,
They
or
make
you
you feel
want me for
uncomfortable,
man.
self.
Small picky, you quite old. That joke they need to take her from you.
Yeah, now they start.
Now they start. Don't make you say, hey, this is picky fine, no, I want her. This is get for fine when they grow up. They laugh about her. Yeah. But it's not something to joke about. Because subconsciously you don't begin to tell the picky, say, waiting I see about you now, waiting my body. Sometimes actually the picking small, you just say, you know, say I want.
Yeah.
Then later on when the parts they now begin full up. Person begin to say, hey, you get away so, hey, Bobby don't begin come on, hey, this don't begin that so. Then you that same talk whether your uncle be make joke, can come back now with other person say, I want you. Because if you understand now that your uncle be don't say first when they make joke. Oh, so this time we snipe you with the left. And Bobby we see. I mean this way that. So they put life quiz him. What is the kind of aid? Oh, man elect
conscious of himself, yeah.
Man elect me, Bobby. Man elect. But imagine say we be small. We talk to them they can't them they count to you as speaking.
Maybe just they laugh about her.
Now be like, is you picky, intelligent or I find out say anything I talk, you talk and back. This if you go school, you learn fast. If not them positive things them, where the picking they do you, they see, now they bring in face.
Like now they go the up in
now you can in mind.
And woman they're very conscious of themselves.
If now like you picking, you say I'm way small, like that same style way small, you tell and say this picture so I want her for girlfriend. Or hey, me can that's why you see how the way they play cook. That is a say this because is small, so you don't begin they make play cook. This I should say get for sabi cook way this small. Now for make it big laugh for cook one say. Then can tell you. Then they say even if you don't sabi cook it fine. You begin to say this one day if you say self you want for the cook and you get your own restaurant. You get that idea in my mind. Imagine say older 80 they don't make it. They can tell you. If life quiz them, the first thing they can in mind. Now possibly tell me say I sabi cook.
Yeah.
Thank you. But the side with the issue, these are not the things
All
that
that
come
it
up.
starts from childhood. Yeah.
These are not the things that come up. Where picking small, a small thing come up and so big man don't run at her. Sometimes if big man not even need for run at her inside a house, in your cousin, now you go start her, or in your uncle, and go say, Zainab. Now you don't begin pull waist so. Who's kind joke that one day?
Exactly.
Who's kind talk that one day? At that time.
So until they start from the home, the background.
Sexually orienting, they oriented the picking mind.
Yeah.
They don't begin to prepare and say, this, da. Now that way they can put subtly, you know they even
so like back we for educate the parents today.
You get for educate the parents.
Oh man.
You have educate the parents and for me they know waiting them for encourage people for talk to them picking.
Exactly.
They get for also educate the man them.
No,
May
the
they
man
educate
sure.
the boy picking them.
Yeah.
That's certain things. Don't say it to a girl child.
Exactly.
Don't say it to them. Why they go tell picking but in body parts they tell you not get sensitive for every make say what you want be in a life. You don't even know it's what you want for be for the next 5 years. You don't know nothing. You don't begin telling about womanhood. No, you don't tell it. Talk to it. Where you go talk to a child about womanhood for? Where you don't begin get to a place where you don't begin full up. After you don't begin talk to you. In don't begin talk to you already. But in hopes, in dreams, what you want for being in the future, you begin tell her now, I see you smart. You girl, this is how they go. But I may take tell man then go one can distract you.
Yeah, exactly.
Begin for
Positive words
to womanhood. Why? Because you already don't begin forget a sense of self.
And
what you want for yes. You don't already foresee value in himself and also go one for good. You don't begin for no what he able to do, this that. When you begin to and can talk any later, fine. But as it's small so
you don't begin tell and say, you find no this so.
So that thing now anything will happen, don't you they see now fine. So you see how this
But me personally, this sugar daddy thing, like all man get reason, all man come up from different background. Some people then get all the wealth, but then still they into sugar daddy. So like,
but mostly majority of the people that would into sugar daddy, check, it's just because life they quiz them and they don't know how to handle themselves. They don't say man then they will want them. So before I keep boyfriend, we might hurt me.
Yeah, like keep
sugar daddy. Man get sugar daddy, you want to say me and a contract. They take care of me, anything I want.
If you want hurt me, self let go before.
Because me no say not to love.
Yeah.
Now money. So sugar daddy now like where you say a longer term version of Rari girl. The Rari girl the team up na street. Sugar daddy now. You don't need for team up. You know, we they meet any side, we know we serve and all that. But the bad thing about these kind of things is most people they get the opportunity for, as I say, they get the opportunity for see what they might able for being self in life before then things like that. Imagine, you say most people the way they go into where you defend as victims in human trafficking, in rape, in early marriage. These are children that are being given by their families to people there.
And some people that the sugar daddy have their family they push them to that.
This is some sex trafficking. Now papa na they selling picking. Some human trafficking. Now family they sell them picking.
Going there,
Yes. Some girl picking there. He said some man they watch, he say, I'm able to take care of this picking. Human trafficking. Some man see the quiz and an upline. You don't get way for come up on the situation.
As
financial
you say, no
issue.
they sell them
He's selling
picking as a cow.
Me now say that you say they sell that they exchange girl picking for cow.
As you say me self.
Me as a fashion. A fashion one place for like almost all 2 minutes. I don't even believe say you for exchange Motama for cow.
Like
I don't say I don't call it at the world, but imagine with how a man get for a man get for be sick. For me, you watch in comping Motaman, he exchange her for cow. Cow way God say for the under motor man.
Yeah.
Now you put at the same
on top
level. In fact, I want to say the same. Now on top, you take cow, what they make for man, you put her over man.
Yeah.
Charity fearful, and these are all issues that are coming from the fact say man they not able for see the value
reality
of woman. Man is not able for understand it. Say this thing is a human thing. It's not a me thing.
And
it's
if for
not a
respect to man
masculine thing.
regardlessly, yeah.
Thank you. Why make even in way it come to human trafficking? Now mostly girl picking there,
they suffer.
Woman then in the traffic. Why make you see better boy picking there? Why make most of the highest percentage of humans being trafficked are females? Why? Why make they like
because they degrade the woman, them values them.
Why make you never hear say then they give boy picking for married one old mommy at age 5?
Yeah, never hear.
Why make you not? But you don't happy to get picking?
Yeah, but cool. Like,
why make you not ever? These are things you have to sit down and think about, because the girl picking they happy to na motor man. Then the boy picking way not they happy to back na motor man. So why should the boy have a different reality from the girl? And now the first part.
Yeah.
Now the first part. So
and we didn't even get open discussions, but then talk them.
Yeah. So since we want to like almost the close of the program and like the final 5 minutes there, what you go say that a solution from your end for this kind of problem I will get?
For me personally, like the only solution I for like involve everybody. Like this is not a one man business.
Thank you.
Now all man business. Like all man need for come together and get the idea. Like then them and the woman them and the parents there also, who's the parent there and yeah.
I believe say with all this is actually just sums everything up.
Yeah,
everybody needs to be
parts here.
Yeah, everybody needs to be involved. Everybody needs to be educated. And the question now is what to educate them with. Because if you grab number, you just go talk to this person say teach about man, it teaches about woman, it teaches about man. Some people would say, "What are you have for listening to it?"
Like the same thing the normal way that they like educate the young girls there. Now the same thing that they foretell they educate the man them back. So then go get idea about like for example if they go talk about teenage pregnancy, like the man them back need for like no
butter.
Yeah. So then go get ideas of how exactly woman they feel and the pain that what would they go through, like how it affects with education, with future. Yeah.
These are the things. And even as we do dancing, it's also important, but for me, we as motorman, because I not even say we as man. We as motorman for understand say inside this world, there is no other standard way greater than Papa God in standard.
Yeah.
Move forget about Christianity, move forget about Muslim, move forget about religion, move forget about education, move forget about all anything. We'll talk about the facts. The fact is God has made man equal with woman. That is the fact. And if we not before accept them, you go find out say we go continue for fend we self inside this problem here day after day. We go just repeat itself over and over again. And you self go say, you go sit down one day, you say, Ebo, I mean we be done, I mean we be this, I mean Ebo, you go say enough fear, all of things that we can talk, they really don't matter. Because at the end of the day, you really not bring a solution to the problem. I want to read a scripture where I believe say we all for understand. If you before you read this scripture, you understand why make at the talk this talk what they talk so. It comes from Galatians 3:28, and he say, there is neither Jew nor Gentile, there is neither slave nor free, there is neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. That in the inside Bible it come out. If we're able to come to the point where we're able to approach this thing from a very, very unified point of view, we all watch and say this is a mortal man issue. And God neither the solution. If we all just turn back, we left all we thinking, all we sabi, all we know, all we waiting we want for be, all waiting we want see, all how we want feel, we say nothing. Waiting God say, how God wants him. God wants man for be equal with woman. God wants man for get the same blessing with woman they get. God wants man forget free the same freedom when woman they get. That make Bible not say God Jesus and Jesus can't die. He died for man.
No,
It not say
so.
salvation even for you when a Muslim. It not say where they go Mecca and demand them for good woman and they left.
No.
Everything about all the way they talk. Wait, as long as not God, man and woman, he never left nobody behind.
Yeah.
So at the big way, brother and sister, there, wherever you do, whatsoever you do, not allow for me you encourage woman there for the suffer around you. Be a reason, be an example, be a change in this world. Be the reason we make liberty they start in your community. Be the reason we make one woman at least that this world go before say, I tell God thank you. That's the way be the happen before to me people then, to me mama, to me granny, you know they happen to me. And you know go happen to me picking.
Yeah.
Maybe we come to that place there. We will approach this problem as a human problem rather than we approach gender. Say who they see back, my name is Desline Lawrence to Hedd. And I say bye-bye.
Now you can send mobile money with no sonko, only with AfriMoney. Ilé you want send 5, 10, 50 or 5,000 leons or even more with no sonko. Yes, anytime, any day, every day, any side you in a salon, free with AfriMoney. No go outside and the pinch pan the lily where you want send. Avoid sonko. Use AfriMoney. Dial *161 *1 # for send mobile money free. AfriMoney to AfriMoney. For no more, call 161. AfriMoney. No sonko.
Use AfriMoney for free.
We na RC Bank with Usim Couple, you dey work out with money na your phone all time.
We na RC Bank. Of course, now we get the most efficient and convenient internet banking platform na Salon.
Of course, we na the bank of choice. Now we get the best prepaid card na Salon. Come bank with we.
We na Rokel Bank. With a Visa debit card, you can do your transaction any side of the world inside you day.
We na Master Sabipa digital banking business na Salon.
Na RC Bank. Now we get the best low interest rates na Salon.
We na Rokel Bank. We ATM they support careless transaction.
We na Rokel Bank. We dey send and receive money through Western Union, MoneyGram and Rare.
We na Rokel Bank. With we e-couple, you can send money to anybody when you get bank